upstage me. Don't upstage me.
Brooke.
Don't upstage me by being cuter.
Do you know what's so interesting? Because we've known each other our whole lives, really. And I feel like the way that you put that out there was in such community. Did it make you feel better and more in community with people, or the opposite? How did you feel?
The opposite, because if you're in the public eye, there's this very fine line between what you share with the world and what you would probably be okay with just sharing with, I could call you, or a friend, another friend. And so I think that there's a whole fine line. And then I just had to be honest that it was something that I wanted to share so that there was a community for it. So it didn't become just a self-indulgent, oh, look at me, I'm crying, which was not the point. But it's a fine line, and I think that you'll get to it, and I'll be ready for you.
Thank you.
I will be so ready for you. But because it's a crazy, weird feeling when they're not in the house every day, all day long. And you want that. You want them to be happy and healthy and strong and on their own. But the way I have dealt with the actual sadness of it is I've become so busy that I almost can't focus on them not being there. I'm a CEO at 59.
Which is so
commence, like, my way of dealing with it was really just becoming uber busy. I started Commence. I wanted to take on other jobs that would take my time.
Which is your new hair care line.
Yes,
and it
Commence.
is amazing.
Thank you.
It is so cool, you guys.
And it's for women over 40.
It's actually, as you just said, which is a really important detail, it's designed specifically for women over 40. I don't feel like I've seen that in the marketplace.
We looked into it because of the community. They reached out and said, why is my scalp dry? Why is my hair thinning? I used to have luscious, gorgeous hair. Now it's frizzy. Now it's thinning, the texture. My scalp itches. Like all of these things that unfortunately are a part of growing into this era of our lives.
Menopause
and we are not just
things.
menopause. We are not just, dry everything. But
No, we're not.
We are not. And all of these things are really designed for the ever-changing hair quality of a woman over 40.
Well,
and there was nobody
thank you
doing
for
it.
filling a white space, a blank space. And, I recently got to hang out with Greer. And
I know.
Her daughter, who is so beautiful and so nice, and I just was so in love with her, and we were talking about our upbringing and her journey with you and my daughters, and she's just such a kind, thoughtful, polite, beautiful. And I just kept thinking, Brooke is such a great mom. She is such an amazing person. Of course, she raised this beautiful daughter. I can't even imagine what it must be like to walk around the house and be like, where are they? I'd like to go toss to Ross in Times Square, who's with a fellow empty nester. Rosie?
Hi, Brooke. So I was resonating with what you were talking about being empty nester. I was thinking about when I left for college, picture my mom on the front porch, and I felt such guilt. And then she had to deal with me being gone, and I know that so many moms can relate. I'm here with Beth and Anna from Houston, Texas. Beth is visiting her daughter, Anna, and you're an empty nester too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're relating with Brooke. I'm wondering if you have any advice for her and so many other people who can relate to this.
So I know when you first take them to college, there's like all the emotions, but this is like the best time. You're transitioning from being mom and child, to being like adult friends.
Really?
And during that time, during college, you're watching the best thing you ever made become an adult on their own, and you're guiding along the way. And then when they graduate from college and they move off to somewhere like here, you get to come hang out and like have that more of a friendship.
I'm wondering, Brooke, does any of this advice help you?
You know what? You find a new balance, and you're right. There's a friendship that develops in a different way. I talk to them differently. They're strong and they're happy and they're having a life. And then when you meet their friends and you watch how their friends interact with them, it's amazing because you have nothing to do with the inside jokes. And it's so lovely and sweet to see, so.
I think there's a life after the empty nest. I do believe it, okay, Brooke?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank
and you look more like sisters.
Thank you guys so love to talk to you about love.
Okay.
You were on the cover of People magazine, by the way. I got my copy, and I was like, oh, you look so beautiful. You're with the girls. You know, like, how does that feel?
Well, everything now is done with video. And I was sitting in the middle of my two girls, and they asked each one of them a question about the other. And that did me in, because they were really honestly sort of talking about their friendship and who the other person is. And you just think, okay, they're going to be okay in the world.
How did you, like, handle a relationship with your husband and
Who?
With your husband?
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You have this beautiful, long-standing love and family. What is something for you that's been a North Star behaviorally, if you will, about how you guys function as a unit?
It changes all the time.
Oh,
and
I love
think,
that answer.
I think that that's the thing that is the most shocking for people, because you feel like it's a bait and switch, because you've been like, no, that's not the person I got married to, or I'm not the person you married. And you have to be willing to express to the other, because they're also not mind readers. I have to inform him.
I love this so much, and I'm so impressed with your hair, Caroline, and I'm wondering, can we do a segment where we wash some hair together with the products?
I would love that.
And also, if you think that this gal got a bad haircut, well, you're right, because we're going to dive into this viral story that went bananas on the internet and get the resolve from it. We'll be right back. It's like...